How long is the comic run?
It goes to 144.
Are there any other big story?
When the show started, I didn't want to ruin it. I think when it's all over, though, I'm going to get the omnibuses and...
Is it like a Tesla?
That's when they compile the comics into one big book.
Oh, I heard omnibus.
Yeah, omnibus.
Omnibus?
Omnibus.
Like what you rode to school in?
The
small one?
That would have been great if they called it that.
That would make you feel better.
That would have been, much better than short bus.
No, I take the omnibus, the special bus. Okay, buddy.
Yes, we know it is, Kenny. No, I'm focusing.
Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 2.
Okay, you are removed.
Are you seriously just like...
Threw you off the set. That's what I did. See if I'm in.
I'm gonna eat your chalupa now, bitch.
They're not.
You're not in the middle, though.
I'm not in the middle?
No. Other way.
You're perpetually out of focus. It's the name of your autobiography.
Perpetually out of focus. That's a good one. Or a band. That's a good band name.
Ladies and gentlemen, perpetually out of focus.
They really are.
These guys suck.
The Unchosen Ones.
You ever think about just getting in the car and driving?
Off a cliff?
just driving. Just driving. Just going.
I do that sometimes.
Well, how far do you get?
I do on A1A all the time.
Oh, then you come back. See, that's the mistake you keep making. Why do you keep coming back? One day.
Well, I told you we can go hug ghosts. You don't want to come with me.
I like how that's like the. Well, I have a good solution here.
I have a solid plan. You're being a puss.
I would like to see that business plan.
It just says ghost.
You go to like a bank to get a loan for ghost hunting.
I need some angel blade.
You know how much angel blades go for in today's market?
There's one guy in the bank. He gives me the money. I like your style, man. I believe in you. Gets fired the next day.
Too much good stuff going on right now, but let's give Invincible priority because it was its finale. What'd you think?
It was great.
Oh my God. That was crazy.
He said he's going to do it every year now, too.
We're going to get one every year for sure?
2026 is the next season.
Okay, okay, good.
So far.
I can't wait that long. These things are so good. And why only 8? There's enough material to give us more than 8 per year.
Yeah, maybe not to make it that good. You know what I mean?
I need 10. I mean, 8 is bullshit.
Did you tell him?
Robert Kirkman? Yeah. I've been waiting I've actually been waiting for him to go to like a Comic-Con or Megacon or something like that. I have books I want to get signed by him, but
he doesn't go?
He hasn't. I don't know I think he does, but I don't know if he goes to like a lot of them. I have a bunch of Invincible books because Kirkman did also The Walking Dead. Stephen Yeun got hit in the head by
Negan?
Yeah, Negan. Mr. Winchester to you. He hit him in the head with his barbed wire baseball bat, like made a disgusting bloody mess of him. It's just so nasty. Actually, the nastier part is the first hit he takes where his eye is popping out. Oh my God, that's so gruesome.
I didn't realize he did The Walking Dead.
He did. Yeah, so now this is the rematch.
Yeah.
Conquest versus Invincible. But he still gets the ever living crap beat out of him.
You should do that in everything he does.
Just always getting the shit beat out of him, like bad. You're like thinking, okay, this is it. This is Mark's moment. But no, you're just getting his absolute ass whooped. And then, of course, when I audibly went yes when Adam Eve's powers phoenixed, phoenixed out. Yeah, that because from the special they did, the Adam Eve special showing she's basically Dr. Manhattan. When she's at full power, can rearrange matter. What's more powerful than that? Nothing.
Yeah. But you can't have her do that.
She could take a Viltrumite's head and literally just shove it in its ass and just reappear it in its.
That'd be a weird thing to do.
If anybody will do it, it's the fucking Invincible show.
Yeah.
They'll do it. They've shown everything, and then Conquest's face at the end after Mark headbutts, he just headbutts him to death. His face is like a little reminiscent of what Stephen Yeun's was in the Walking Dead.
They're setting themselves up for a weird movie. Like, how are they going to do a movie?
Yeah, the movie is going to be very truncated. I think maybe they should stay away from the movie.
Maybe.
Because there's just too much stuff they're going to have to cut out.
No one's going to be happy.
Yeah, no one's going to be happy. I mean, you'd have to do a trilogy of movies, baseline to even get a good portion of the
At
story.
least 3.
Yeah, because it's it's over 100 comics.
Unless you just start with a story, like in the middle of its story.
With a superhero like that is, I mean, he's very popular, but to get the mass movie audience, you're going to need to give the origin story. You're going to need to show that.
You can do flashbacks within the movie.
Yeah, you could, but you got to tell this story. You need at least 3 movies, and that's a very truncated version of it.
And the way he does stuff, it'd be like 1 movie every decade.
Here's where you need Zack Snyder.
Finally, you finally have a use for him. We need a 6-hour movie.
And he should do Invincible. Can you imagine?
If he stayed to the comics,
He
that'd
would be great.
Yeah.
Let's start that Snyder for Invincible
This
movie.
is the only time I'm ever going to.
You're endorsing
I'm for
this.
that, yes. The only time I'm ever for
Finally,
him doing something.
We've broken him.
If for nothing else, it means he does nothing else. He just does this.
Each one's got to be 4.5 hours with an intermission.
And that's the regular. Then there's a Snyder cut.
Right. And I would watch the hell out of an Invincible Snyder cut.
You know how long those movies would be.
Right.
That's a 6-hour movie.
Yeah, because he'll get the violence down.
Sure.
He'll get the tone
How
right.
do you do the violence like that?
Oh yeah,
And make it not look ridiculous.
He'll make it really good, right? Because I mean, look at Watchmen. He sticks to the source material, and it's the greatest superhero movie of all time. If he sticks to the Robert Kirkman's writing and just does the visuals, it would be amazing.
But someone needs to be on set with like a taser, like a cattle prod. Like, no, stay to the comics. What if? No, what if? We could, no.
Someone in the Watcher outfit, just on set with the big head and
just hit him every time he has an idea. No ideas. There's someone on one of those what's that Netflix show with the games, the Squid Games, one of those guys, the Squid Games guys.
the Squid Game speaker voice comes out. Do not stray from the source material. And then near the end, they show like all the other stuff that's still going on or coming next year. There was, I like how they always end it like that. Those freaking squid things. I'm getting sick of the squid things. I like, how many times you got to kill these squid things?
Yeah, those are annoying.
Yeah, they're annoying. They're like an annoying enemy. I don't like them. I want them gone forever. But then I completely forgot about the demon guy. I totally forgot. He was only in the first episode. I totally forgot it when they showed him. I was like, oh yeah. So I forgot that character existed.
That's such a big world. Like you could do anything really.
Oh yeah.
No one even knows. You could just add stuff and
you could do whatever you want.
Right.
It's awesome. You get free leeway, but then somehow you still feel like it's a real world. You can still feel like catastrophe of it all.
How long is the comic run?
It goes to 144.
Oh. Are there any other big story? Like what's the other big...
I didn't go very far in the comic because when the show started, I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to keep to that. I think when it's all over, though, I'm going to get the omnibuses and.
Is it like a Tesla?
It's electric. You got to plug it in. You got to charge it. That's when they compile the comics into one big book, an omnibus.
I heard omnibus.
Yeah, omnibus.
Omnibus?
Omnibus.
Like what you rode to school in?
The
small one?
That would have been great if they called it that.
The omnibus? That would make you feel better.
That would have been, much better than short bus.
No, I take the omnibus. The special bus. Okay, buddy.
Yes, we know it is, Kenny. We know it's special. But I actually was even toying around maybe collecting the entire run, 144. I know that'd be expensive, though.
Throw more money at it. What's the difference at this point?
Are you trying to say I've spent too much money?
Drop in a bucket.
Too much money on my hobby?
Maybe you should start selling like the things you don't want for the things you do.
I am going to start actually.
do that.
I am going to. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make the hobby pay for itself.
Right.
Yeah. That's a great theory. I love that theory. It's one of my favorite theories.
But it's just a theory.
It's just a theory. I am going to start doing that because I have an idea to maybe start doing maybe some mystery boxes or things like that. That's very popular.
Are you
now.
going to just give them to yourself, the mystery box? Ooh, what's in here?
The loneliest person of all time.
Solitaire mystery box.
Solitaire mystery box. You even get elaborate. You put your own website up. You buy from your own website.
You can go ship it to yourself.
You ship it to
Comes in a box. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The mailman goes around the block. Like here. I told you not to do this anymore. You caught up on Daredevil?
Yes.
You caught up all 3? Okay.
Third one was my favorite episode.
Oh, so good. It was so
Even though
good.
there was no Daredevil.
Yeah,
it was just
well,
a great
there was no
episode.
Daredevil in the second one either.
Right.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter with this show because him being a lawyer is as big a part of it
Right.
as it is being a superhero.
Yeah, people complaining, there's no Daredevil.
I mean, come on, please.
Talk about
Just
keys
give us a break. Yeah.
Even I didn't think that.
But you know what? It's a minority because 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, 82% audience score.
Wow.
That's very high. It's for TV shows.
For people who don't want to like these
Yeah,
things.
now come on. And then even on IMDb, which I think is actually a harder place to get high ratings, it's got an 8.8 for
It's a good
the
show.
Yeah, it's really,
Even if you don't like comic book stuff, it's a good show.
it's because the courtroom drama is so good. It's as good as any of the best courtroom drama shows.
The backstory is better than most
except it's
backstories.
like Law and Order with superheroes. It's fantastic. It's so good. So it's building though.
Wait, it's called Reborn. They're going to redo the character.
Yeah, he's born again. So it's like they even show it in the opening. He's building back up into Daredevil. Yeah. So it'll be an even bigger like whoa, when he's back instead of him just being
With the new
there
suit.
every single episode. I like to see the court stuff. He's trying. It would be weird if he all of a sudden went back again after what happened. You can't just have him for the sake of having him. You have to follow the story. Otherwise, if he's just Daredevil again, everybody would be bitching that, I can't believe he's Daredevil so fast again after Froggy died.
You can't win.
No. Yeah. You got to go. The story is
Mm-hmm.
good. Stick to the story.
They said that Foggy may not be dead. It's that there was
There's that. Yeah.
What was it? The room number? Or
There was the address when they were walking
address.
out of the law firm.
Yeah.
The law firm. There was an address right next to them, which is the exact issue number of where Foggy fakes his death.
But that could just be a little.
It could just be a little Easter egg, or like, would they go that far? Like, they're trying to keep this more gritty series. Would they do that where
maybe
Vanessa,
they leave it
Vanessa
open.
kidnapped him or something, or
I don't think
threatened him or in some way? That'd be weird.
I've never seen such an outcry for such a dumb character.
No, Foggy.
Everyone was just so upset. I can't believe you killed. Who gives a shit about Foggy? Kill him again. Bring him back and kill him again.
In the same episode?
Every episode he gets killed. He comes back and they kill him every episode.
He's like Kenny. You killed Foggy, you bastards.
Did you see in one of the episodes they had? It was at the end. It was a light shining half on his face.
Yeah, the red and the
light.
black and the dark. Yeah, it kept blinking.
Yeah.
That was at the end of 2, right?
One
Second
or
one
two.
or 1 or 2.
It wasn't
whatever.
3.
Anyway, they've all been amazing so far, and I can't wait to see where this goes. The guy walking after he pops poor Black Tiger.
White Tiger.
Oh right.
Jeez, yeah. What are you, You're race swapping White Tiger? Don't race swap White Tiger.
I think this will be my first apology to the audience.
Why are you apologizing for it?
I'm gonna get canceled now. I'm 100% getting canceled. White Tiger, Jesus.
Right, tigers are white.
Actually, very few of them are white.
They're all white. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, White Tiger, man, that was such a good performance by him. Poor guy. It sucks that he can't see everyone, enjoying
What, he had
his
cancer?
character. Yeah, he did cancer.
They knew before when he was filming?
I think so. I think it was. Yeah, I think he had to take breaks and stuff like that. It's just the worst.
It's like a Black Panther
Freaking disease.
situation.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing. He was working knowing he had it. It's. Thanks for taking the show down, Dave.
Well, you didn't know,
Thanks
maybe.
for bringing it down. Great vibe in here now. Feels like Daddy just slapped Mommy at the dinner table.
Again.
It's an old Dane Cook joke, but everything's just working for this show right now. The performances, every time D'Onofrio, like I can't believe that's even D'Onofrio because you see him in an interview, it's like wow, this guy is
He's a different guy.
real actor.
Yeah.
It's a totally different person. It's just incredibut
Lost a lot of weight. Too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got all svelte for Daredevil. But it doesn't change anything. The gravitas, for the character that he has. I want no one playing that character except D'Onofrio. He's fantastic. Hope he'll do it as long as they need him for. I want to see him with Spider-Man.
That'd be cool.
So cool that
and
he
the
mentioned
Punisher?
Spider and the Punisher. That was at the end. That obviously they're going that route with the tattoos and the guy at the end killing White Tiger. That's obviously the leader of the Punisher task force that Frank is gonna have some words with. I think he might have a word or two with them.
He's not going to be in this series.
Yeah,
he is. I thought they'd give him a separate thing.
I think he's going to be in something else too.
Yeah,
but he's supposed to be in this as well. He's gonna be a little perturbed, and I hope they go to my dream scenarios if we actually get that scene from Punisher 13 where he sees them and tears the Punisher decal sticker off of their car. Yeah. Except they have tattoos now, so
little inglorious bastards.
Get a knife out. They might go that way. This show is violent.
Yeah, for Disney.
For anyone.
Disney show.
This is a violent show. This is the same level of violence as a Max show.
Well, it has to be.
Yeah. It's brutal, man. I thought Matt killed those two cops at the end of the second one. The way
well, I mean, in real life, I think at least brain damage. Right. It's pretty hard hits.
They would not be walking around the next day in the real world, right?
Is Daredevil just a makeshift Batman?
I wouldn't say that. No.
In a way, similarities.
Well, I don't think they have many similarities at all, except that they fight really well.
They're normal guys.
One's blind.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying the blind thing, but they both fight. They're just both humans who fight.
You just compared. They both fight.
And
they just added 99.9% of all heroes together.
But they're humans.
Here we go. They're
humans who fight.
Down the yellow brick stupid road.
They're just humans who fight. He's got weapons. Like, it's a similarity.
Again, how many of them have weapons?
But it's a similar thing. Like, he's in a city.
You just described Thor as well.
I know, but there's a similarity there. You don't think they just took, that was like like they took from Batman? Like they wanted a Batman type?
His parents didn't even die together like that.
No, I know that, but I think there's similarity. You don't think there's any similarity?
He got chemicals thrown in his eyes. How does that Bruce Wayne?
Just the whole vibe of the character. You don't think it's a similarity?
No, I don't think there's a similarity.
That was the only question.
You obviously think there's a similarity.
I do think there's a similarity.
Why do you think there's a similarity?
Because it's like a guy who fights crime in the city.
Oh,
and they're both regular guys
can you name
who are good fighters.
More mundane
they're just fighters.
Than they fight crime in the city. They're good fighters and weapons.
But it's a darker,
darker
series.
tone. You got one thing. Now, okay,
they're
exactly the same.
I bet you there's going to be a bunch of comments that agree with me. There's similarities.
Why are they the same?
There's similarities. He's the Marvel version of Batman.
If he's the Marvel version of Batman, then Marvel doesn't have a Batman because it's not very they're not very similar characters.
But he's the Marvel version of Batman.
Just saying it again doesn't make it so.
It does if you say it enough times.
Actually, you're right. It does. That is being proven on a day-to-day basis in society right now. That is being proven. Okay, so from Daredevil to a show I have no fucking clue what's going on. Every few seconds I'm watching Severance and I'm just like, what language?
You think Severance is the Batman? Just keep trying to make it work.
I can't wait for Cold Harbor.
I just hope they're going somewhere with it.
Who are you to say? You sound
no,
like
but sometimes they like Lost. Did you watch Lost?
Okay, you're right.
They completely hammered.
But you know what? You know why you can't question these people? These people are on an acid trip from hell. Okay, yeah, they have seen the future. They have a conclusion.
It can go either way.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you get this intricate without a definite. I think with this kind of thing, you have the end and then you work backwards.
You would have thought that with Lost too. It was a real build-up.
That's not as complicated an idea. Yeah, a bunch of people landing on an island. That's not. Yeah. All right, that's not super complicated.
Right. That show, it seemed like they were writing it on a week-to-week basis.
It did, yes, because I think they didn't know. It was.
They didn't plan for it to go as long as it did.
Because they got probably a two season order, 3, and then it takes off, and then you got to be like, oh shit, I have to actually have an ending to this. Yeah, this kind of thing feels like I have a 3, 4, 5 episode season arc in me, and I know how it ends, and I just work backwards from there to the beginning. Because that's what I think Kripke does. I think he gets the end first.
It's Ben Stiller. I don't think Ben Stiller.
Yeah, and Ben Stiller's an amazing director, but also Dan Erickson, the creator. I think it'll be a what's the word? Starts with an S. What is it?
Sabato Gigante.
No.
Para quererte o para olvidarte.
Is that? I think that's the Roadhouse of season 2. Sabato Gigante.
Gigante. Sorry.
Yeah, you're mispronouncing it. Your own catchphrase. You're mispronouncing it. It's satisfying. Satisfying. That's the word. It'll be a satisfying ending. I think I don't have any doubt. But I think now I've watched enough YouTube and Reels and TikTok videos that I have some semblance of understanding of what's going on.
It's none of those.
You don't think it's any of the theories out there?
Nobody knows what's
Nobody
going
knows.
on. They never do.
I kind of like the. You do homework for this show. You got to study. Did you study for the Severance exam?
I didn't study in school. Why would I study for this?
I like the one about putting reincarnation. Like this is all about putting souls back together.
Souls?
Yeah, souls. Because like each piece of those bins represent the 4 pieces of your soul. So like the data that they're refining, I think, is from Gemma. Like she's going to all those rooms and they're constantly taking data from her. And I think they're refining her data. So trying to maybe they're trying to cut out the most uncontrollable portions of the human psyche, pieces of souls that they want extracted so they can make the perfect zombies. You know?
Where do the goats fit into that?
Yeah, I don't know. I love that that's the only time that line has ever been said about a show in the history of television.
Well, there you go.
Where do the goats fit into this?
It'd be funny if they just never explain the goats.
The goats?
It just never comes back up again.
I think, what's his name? Rickon, the husband, the brother-in-law, Rickon.
Yeah.
I think they were saying he's a goat.
What?
Yeah, he's a goat because he has like he was ringing the bell to call his friends in. And that's what the goat people did to call their friends in. And he's like had a picture of him climbing a mountain. He's a mountain climber. That's like what goats do.
Right.
Yeah, and he like looks like a goat. And they're saying that he's a goat.
Did you get a high before the show?
No different than any other week, but yeah. I mean that has no bearing on it.
That is a great way to watch that show. If you want to like rewatch it,
right.
I mean, that would really mess you
You
up.
might run out of the house screaming.
You might be in the fetal position again. That show.
Yeah, but they're saying he's a goat and he's like a Manchurian candidate. They're using him to try to control everybody. He was like always part of the plan. Yeah.
But what do the real goats have to do with that? I don't know. Say he's a goat, like that makes sense to anybody.
I don't know.
That stuff would be cool if you could use it for like just like the dentist. You know what I mean?
No, I was thinking the gym. Never worked.
I love the gym.
Because you're a freak. You're an absolute. This is proof positive. You're an absolute.
Plenty of people enjoy the gym. It's the whole gym community.
No one likes going.
There's a whole community based around it.
No one likes going.
Out of your mind.
No one likes going to the gym.
Everybody.
No one likes going.
Let's take a poll.
No.
We'll see.
If I could, I was actually thinking, this is patent pending. Black Mirror episode, right? Person goes into like the technology, that's always about like Twilight Zone of technology. So I was thinking the gyms, like in the future, you go in, okay, then you kind of sit in a pod and you transfer your consciousness to an employer. You transfer your consciousness to an employee and their consciousness transfers into your body and then they work you out.
Ooh, what? It sounds like a porn you saw. What is...
I think I'm simultaneously describing a Black Mirror episode and a porn I saw.
You're going a long way to be really lazy. I mean...
I would sign up for this.
That's what you'd use it for?
I would use it for that, yes.
The dentist, the doctor?
No, working out.
Surgeries?
I hate going.
Planes?
No. I don't want to work out anymore.
Would you rather fly or go to the gym?
Great. How long is the flight?
Really? 2-hour flight or a 1-hour gym session.
Am I going to somewhere cool? Where am I going?
Does it matter?
Where am I going?
You're going to Vegas, but on a Wednesday.
That's great. I love Wednesday Vegas. That's fantastic. Not too many people. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. You just don't punish me with a good time, buddy.
You're going to Disney, but like Galaxy's Quest is what is the
Galaxy's
what
Quest?
is it called? Galaxy's Edge.
I don't think that's a ride.
Galaxy-
Although I'd go on Galaxy Quest ride. That would be badass.
No, never give up, never surrender.
I would use it for stuff like that. That would be cool. I mean, that person's tortured. He's only doing the bad stuff all the time.
You're a disgusting person. Good,
Maybe he
then
likes
you
the
deserve
dentist.
whatever he does to you. Okay?
What do you do to me?
He pulls your fingernails off at
Why
work.
would he do that? No, not at work. Just the little things like the dentist.
Oh God! And then the next time he wakes up, he's in the dentist again. Always at the dentist. Oh, come on!
I'd probably start doing weird stuff just to do it. Lots of surgery.
But then think of the person that always has to work out with my thing. Just he goes and finishes working out, and then he's working out again.
Unless he loves working out.
That would be torture. That would be real torture. Just constantly working out all the time.
Not for everybody. Some people love it.
You should sign. Then there you go. That would be.
I would love it.
If you would be a Severance gym trainer.
Could do that.
You could
Would
do that.
Love that.
We found your niche. Finally, we found what you were born
And
for.
it's imaginary. Great.
Great. Well, maybe if you pray to Kier enough, maybe you'll get what you want. I was also shocked at their ratings too, which are still, great and everything like that. 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, but only 79% from the audience members.
I can tell you why.
Why is that?
Because people are dumb and they don't get it. If
They-
something's too
you
smart,
think-
people are dumb and they don't get
I
it.
think you actually, I'm not going to mock you here. I'm not going to mock you.
Wait, I don't know what to do right now.
I'm not going to mock you here. I think there's something to that. I think when a show gets to this point, and I'm not saying like I understand because I'm so smart I understand
I
everything.
don't understand
I
half
don't
of it.
understand 3/4 of what's going on, but I like the revelations. When you do find out.
It doesn't threaten me that I don't understand.
Right, it doesn't threaten
I'm
me.
fine
That
with
right. Some people, if it goes above their head, they just like, this is fucking,
They get angry.
this sucks. It's like they take like that kid that took his ball and went home.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. This is stupid.
right. Those are the same people. The kid who took the ball and went home because you weren't playing by his rules.
No.
He didn't get to be the character he wanted.
Right. And now he's the gym teacher.
Now he's That's where you get some of the thumbs down in the audience score.
It's still 79. It's still high.
That's still
It's not
high,
bad.
but it should match the critic score in the 90s.
Is that like 8 out of 10 people? Is that how they're rating that? Does that translate into like 80%?
On Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
So on Rotten Tomatoes with the you signed up for this course now. I hope you're ready for it.
I hate courses.
In Rotten Tomatoes, it goes by percentages of the total amount of critics. So 96% of all critics who rated it positive. Just positive, not any number from 1 to 10.
Okay.
Just a positive
Right.
review. So 96%. So I'll break it down for you real easy, okay? I know you're one of the stupid ones in the audience. So out of 100 people who reviewed it, that would mean 96% of them gave a positive review. 4% of them, four of them gave a negative review.
Right.
Got it?
And by the way, I told you to start watching this show.
You did.
Just as an aside.
Did damn it! You did.
Just throw that in there at the end. So you're welcome.
That doesn't support my argument, and I don't like it. But that with the popcorn meter though,
That's my style.
it's a little different. So you get to rate stars as an audience member out of 5. I think it's out of 5 stars. So it's a positive review if you rate it 3.5 or higher.
Yeah, that's good.
So that means 79% of people rated it 3.5 or higher, and 21% are
idiots.
I'm going to get the Infinity Glove down for these 21%.
The finale 76 minutes.
Oh, really? Nice. I like that. I like long finales. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, another cool thing. Cold Harbor is like kind of like an anagram for Harmony Corbell. Corbell.
You know the voice of the when
I know what you're going to say.
yeah
Keanu Reeves.
yeah
Yeah. I already knew that. I was holding it from you.
You know it because I told you to watch the show again. I'm always going back to that.
Yeah, that's a good one to have. That's a good one to have. I wouldn't give that one up
That's
either.
a reverse Uno card right
Yeah,
there.
Keanu Reeves was the voice of the company corporate video that they had to
I
watch.
wonder how they got him to do that.
Well, what time frame is this? Is this current day? Like, because they have regular cell phones on the outside, right?
It's before Tokyo Drift. That's for sure. Definitely.
We find out it's not. Yeah, he comes into it.
He's in one of the rooms.
He's in one of the
He's
rooms.
Cold Harbor. What's this room called? Family.
The family room.
It's just some guy saying family over and over again. Close the door.
I rushed to the comments when I saw this story, like on Instagram and what's the other one?
MySpace.
No.
Surprisingly, not much.
MySpace. That was not in here at all until you just said it. Like it was
MySpace, really?
gone. I had deleted that file.
I think about MySpace daily. That's my Roman Empire. I don't know why, but it is. I loved MySpace.
MySpace was cool.
You had your own little page with your music.
Did you get into the code and change it?
Sure.
Yeah, that was the best
I
part.
felt like I was smart.
Yeah.
I knew what to do.
You messed with
Watch
the code?
this. I could change colors.
You felt so proud of
I'm
yourself.
a wizard.
So you're a wizard, Harry. You change it. If you put something animated on there, you were.
What are you? You're advanced. You some kind of genius.
What are you, Steve Jobs? You just made something move on your MySpace page. MySpace was the best.
They're still there. If you can remember your password.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's still there, I think. I think your site is still there.
Oh my God, I got to check that out. Is that true?
It's on an old email though.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
can get to it.
Who would know what the password is?
No, you gotta have it sent back to your email.
I have an email that old.
Oh, you
Might
do?
be. Yeah, I do. I have a Hotmail.
You can get in there.
I have a Hotmail.
Oh.
You're talking to a man with a Hotmail.
Is that your pickup line?
Keep it old school. That's my old
Hey,
saying.
honey, I got a Hotmail. You want to go home? No.
You ever seen a crisp Hotmail account?
Who's this old man?
That's my pick. Cops don't know if they should arrest me or not.
Is that weird or no?
I mean, it's weird, but is that illegal? I mean, it's definitely weird. I ran right to the comments when I saw this story about George Lucas's axed Star Wars series costing $40 million an episode.
Is that Disney's fault too?
Yeah, it's got to be Disney's fault. It's 100% Disney's fault. I think it was called Underground.
Yeah.
He was going to look at the the seedy underbelly of like bounty hunters and crap like that.
Yeah.
And $40 million an episode, which actually is kind of cheap now.
Now, yeah, but then
Yeah, but that's even now that's way
40
too
million.
much.
I mean, what
That's
are you
crazy.
doing? 40 million dollars episode.
And he said he would have blown up the whole franchise. Yeah,
He
because
would have buried it. Would have
yeah,
bankrupted
but
the
I
whole
went
thing.
right. Of course, the comments. Oh, I can't believe we
yeah.
didn't get this. Yeah,
They would have hated that
They
too.
would have hated.
George Lucas ruined stuff.
Right. They were already saying that then.
yeah.
They already said George Lucas ruined
Yeah.
Star Wars with the prequels. That's why he sold it in part, I think.
Good for him.
To get rid of it.
Get out of
Right.
there.
What do I need this for?
Yeah.
They were cheering.
Smart.
I remember people were cheering when he sold
finally.
it. Yeah, finally got rid of it.
Let
they
Disney
were happy.
fix it.
They were happy about it. So yeah, I'm sure it would have been really well received. I'm sure it just would have been the best, greatest Star Wars thing of all time.
40 million an episode.
You know what the comments would have been like? Oh, he took away the fun of Star Wars.
Where's the money going?
Yeah. Where are all the cute characters? Where are the Ewoks? You know that would have happened. You know
course
that
it
would have
would've.
happened.
Who was even going to put it? I mean, was it going to be on like an HBO?
I don't know.
No, it
Yeah.
had to have been on a
Yeah, it probably would have been on a cable channel
Yeah.
if it was going to be that
to make
violent.
their money back.
Yeah, it was good. Well, it was going to be super violent, so it had to be on a pay channel, probably HBO. Especially back then, that
Yeah,
was
that's
the
all
most
their showtime.
HBO was the most powerful channel.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, if that's when you would have started to make them.
For 40 million, it probably would have been like pay-per-view per episode. Get that money back.
Right. Pay for each one. Yeah. I'm glad Disney bought it and gave us good content. Ooh.
You son of a bitch. How dare you? Good content.
That's right. I've seen a lot of great Disney content. A lot. More than bad. Way more than bad. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I bet you some of the biggest critics, if you laid out all the stuff one by one, they would have liked more than they did.
They won't admit to it.
Yeah, but if you went one by one, this is how I trick them. I go one by one.
Jedi.
Jedi mind.
Lucas had 3 lucky movies in them, and that was it.
That's it.
This whole thing was...
No, come on. Revenge of the Sith is my second
I like
favorite.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the
That's
Sith
a
is my
good movie.
second favorite Star
Yeah.
Wars movie.
Second, really?
Second favorite after Jedi. Yeah. After Jedi.
I mean, I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we should end the show. Everyone, I liked it when the Unchosen Ones ended violently and calling each other's names.
Back when it was good.
Back when it was good.
This is woke. They've gone woke.
So now I'm just bringing you, this week is just straight heat. Straight heat coming straight at you.
Ooh, no, thank you.
Here it is. The one that made me an influencer. This is it. This is the one. This will be in the Louvre someday.
You can tell people that in the home. Carry it around with you. The like, back of your robe open.
I'm just going to create my own Severance in my head. This is the John Jang DC All-In #1 variant. Got signed, see? And, look at a grade.
Why isn't it a 10? Looks like you're missing point 2.
Thanks, Dad.
Fix it. You're such a disappointment.
I don't know what it takes to get a 9.9 or a 9.10.
Have you ever gotten a 9.9?
No.
They don't give them.
No, they do. They do give them. Yeah. Mostly square bound books get them because those are very... I'm thinking about sending in the Terminator Metal one. I'm thinking because that's got to be flawless, right?
What if we start a company where we just give 10s out? You think people would just start sending shit?
I think they would catch on
Call
at
it
some point.
Only 10. Just 10.
I think when every Dark Hawk #1 comes back, 11.
These go to 11.
You can pay for an 11 if you want a special 11.
And you don't even cover it. It's right on the website. $20 more for an 11.
What's a 10?
A 10 is, they say, there's no, not only are there no flaws from handling it or having it for a certain amount of time, there are no flaws in the production at all either.
Production could make it a less than a 10.
Well, yeah, I guess that's like a 9.8 perfect.
That's
right?
ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's
ridiculous.
But it would be, so devil's advocate though, how do you catalog every production error? Like, how would you know? You know, like there are some known ones that they know, like this one had like a little tear on those little tears on the bottom of the old comics in the 80s. Like they know those are production errors. Or not errors, but just from processing. That's the natural. The technology of the time made those little holes when, cutting the paper. Yeah.
So if it was made in that time, then they should, give for that.
Give a 10 for that. No,
knowing that it's supposed to have those.
Not a bad argument.
But I could fix this whole... I could fix the whole comic book industry.
Thanks, Elon. You get it
right away. It'd be so easy. It'd be fixing. You'd make your head spin how quickly I'd fix this comic thing.
I actually have an idea for a grading company.
We'll give it to everybody.
No, we're not going to say it here. We're not going to say it. I do. I have
it's
a really
better than my
idea.
just 10s. Only 10s.
Just 10s.
I don't think so.
I think I saw a porn like that as well.
You do a dual site.
Okay, then check this one out. Booyah. Huh? Yeah, dell'otto.
Oh, dell'otto. Is that you didn't get it signed? That's the one you got signed at?
Yeah, bro. 9.8. I actually didn't think I was going to get a 9.8 on this one. I thought I was going to get a 9.6 because of a little. I thought it saw a little crease, but I guess maybe it was
missed it.
Yeah, maybe they missed it. But then I was looking at it again. I was like, oh, it really isn't there. I think maybe I saw it in the wrong light or something. But I was thinking 9.6 on this, but actually surprised me. Came back.
Maybe
9.8.
Daredevil was working that day. You keep giving 10s out, guy.
Can you request Matt Murdock to grade your books? That'd be fantastic. No, somehow he's more strict.
Yeah, he can feel every little thing.
He can feel every imperfection in the ink. This is a 7.5 ink grade.
I must have gotten Murdoch. Son of a bitch. Do they have Braille comics? They must, right?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Any?
Maybe now they do because you can have like a better. You can have a thicker paper.
Wouldn't you have seen it?
Sure, I'm sure there are. No, there have to be.
There's got to be.
That'd be cool to actually get like Daredevil #1 in Braille. That'd be badass. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, all the sighted people will collect it and take it away. There'll be none left for the blind people to even read. That's what'll happen. It'll become collector items. Yeah. Forget about it.
No.
Bad idea. Then the other dell'otto, This is a 9.6. It's like got a white glove all of a sudden. QVC code comes up.
They're going quick. Only 3 left.
I was a little actually, I thought I was going to get a 9.6 on the other one and a 9.8 on this one, but this one I did see. It's very difficult with the square bound books to get wrinkles out of, because it's a card stock. So sometimes when they're in there, all the steaming and heat in the world won't get it out. So why is your mind always in that area?
I didn't say anything.
You're just always in the gutter.
I didn't say anything.
I can see it on your face. I can see it. I can hear the X-rated music in your head.
You hear that too? I knew I wasn't crazy.
But yeah, there is in the upper right corner. You can't even call it a crease because it's not. There's no indentation in it. But it's like the weird. It's like the most fainted.
How much do you think you got docked for that alone?
I guess 0.2.
They should give you like a summary of why they docked it. Like,
well, they tell you why, but they don't tell you how many points off.
I want to see the whole breakdown.
Yeah, I would like
That's
to see
a cool idea too.
I would like to see the breakdown. Well,
Right.
now you gave away. Now you gave away a piece of my
it?
new grading company. You idiot!
It's not that great if I
You
thought of it.
idiot! Now I'm suing you. Now I'm suing you right away. Company's not even out yet. We're in court. We're in people's court.
I'm reverse suing you. I'm counter suing.
Double sue on you, buddy.
I don't even know how to sue somebody. That's like the old Rory Scovel bit. I just realized I don't even know how to sue somebody.
I don't know how to sue anybody, right? I guess you go on LegalZoom.
I guess.
You
Sue.com?
hit the sue now button. Is that what you do?
It's my best guess.
And then what came out even better than I thought it was going to come out, because I wasn't sure about all this red with his signature, but he did the
cool.
Infinity signature on it, Clayton Crane, on Absolute Superman #1, his variant, 1 in 50 variant.
And that one's got all its limbs, which is great.
Which is always a plus.
Yeah, that's a nice
On
signature.
top, really nice. Yeah,
Especially when you
pay a couple more bones for that.
That's that's a nice signature though.
Yeah, I thought that was genius. I didn't get mad at Clayton Crane for that. I thought, great idea. Great idea, you know? I'm not sure if he came up with that, because I think Rob Liefeld also sells a premium autograph as well, which it takes time for him to do. He does it with multiple colors. So he charges more for that. I don't know if Clayton Crane came up with that or if somebody else did, but I thought it was genius. He sells like a whole bunch of different ones. There's a you can even like request stuff in it. And like, I think he charges like 100 for that, where like he does like art around it and everything. It's like it's basically a drawing at that point.
Can you put a dick on it?
I'll give you $250 for an infinity dick.
But it's like very nicely, like it's straight.
Yeah, no,
he's
he's like an artist when he draws. He keeps all his
Doesn't look
markers
ridiculous.
in his knuckles there. He keeps them all like this. It looks very uncomfortable. My idea, I said on the special, he should get like a custom made glove that hold all the markers instead of having to hold them in his knuckles.
Like an infinity glove.
Yeah, like an infinity glove, but for Sharpies.
So if you made that, you would sell one to him. You better sell it for $1 million. You want to make any money? Who's buying that?
I didn't think the business plan through. I didn't think it all the way through.
We sold one. You think that's all we're doing? Shut it down.
I have to charge a really high amount. It's just my one client.
Why do we rent the warehouse?
You didn't even need a Foot Locker for the inventory.
Is that it? You're done with comic time?
Yeah, that's all the books.
No, well, I got some real news. Real comic book news.
Oh, you have real comic book news.
Yes. Way better than this junk.
My books are junk. Is that what you're saying? My books are junk.
Aquaman is now a bloodbender.
Really?
Did you hear that?
I did not hear this.
Just gave him that
Really?
power. Yeah.
And anyone?
That's all I really read into it. I read the headline and I got out of there.
I can look at you. You're a headline guy. You're definitely a headline guy.
I saw Aquaman bloodbender and I figured that's enough.
Great addition to Comic Time, Dave. Just those broadcastings. Those broadcasting that.
That would be a good end to it. Just vomit on your computer. Did you see Comic Time?
Is this going to be a weekly thing now? You're going to have Dave news,
Dave's
headlines.
Yes.
Okay, all right. You better have one next week then.
Oh.
All right, don't tickle our balls with this. All right, if you're going to give us a Comic Time contribution, I want to see it on a weekly basis.
Couldn't it just be Aquaman every week?
Did you hear about the blood bending?
Oh, you heard that one? Where'd you hear that?
Your list has one thing scratched off.
Try again next week. I don't really usually get surprised. I don't know why I still get surprised when really dumb things happen. But did you see these hats? The MLB hats that they just came out with?
Oh, the ones where they put the big logo in front of the city name?
Right.
Right.
And you see the mess up on some of these hats?
I don't know why. I don't understand how these things get through all the people at the company.
Multiple checks.
Right. All the people, like this went through multiple people. You know that. How many times something goes through approvals before it gets actually to the shelf. Mm-hmm. And everyone saw Tetas and thought...
No one spoke any Spanish.
No one speaks Spanish at
New Era.
There is no diversity at New Era with Spanish-speaking people.
It's all whites, I guess.
Nobody.
I know that. I don't speak Spanish.
Right. I mean, that's like one of the ones that you know because it's funny.
Right.
You know?
I know the funny words.
You know the dirty words, right?
Not to mention the Los Angeles anals. I mean, no one saw that? Or do they see it and let it go?
Right, it's like the old.
Is it on purpose?
It's like the old Disney animators that used to put dicks in the kingdom backgrounds.
Maybe it's all on purpose. Maybe it's to get this reaction.
Maybe. I mean, look at the reaction, right?
And they sold out. They all sold out.
But didn't they pull it back? Didn't they recall them? I heard they were
people
recalled.
were buying them like crazy.
Yeah, I think they're on eBay now for hundreds of dollars. People will buy anything.
I tried to get
anything. Yeah, because you're people. Yeah, because now they're rare. So now they're,
now they're worth something.
And now they're collectible.
They're valuable.
We should make Braille ones. I don't know really what to think about this Stan Lee Kickstarter documentary thing that's going on.
I know Stan Lee.
I don't know how to feel about it. Like on one hand, if something bad was going on near the end of his life, yeah, it should be exposed, and whoever's responsible should get what's coming to them. Mm. But to get it going though, they have a Kickstarter going. They need $300,000. Now people think that it's easy to just make a movie now because everyone has all this equipment and shit at home, right? Even if it's a documentary, even if you have all the footage, to put it all together into something interesting, you still have a ton of editing, and a ton of expense. So I don't know, $300,000, it doesn't sound like a lot to me to make a good documentary. Yeah. If that's what they want to, if it's really all for that. So I don't really have a problem with the price of it and people giving money to it. But then you wonder is someone else profiting off of this then? Telling his story about people profiting off of him and then profiting off of this as well.
Well, isn't that what every documentary is, though?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
It's all third party.
Yeah, it's all third party. But so I guess overall, though, I'd say get the story out there.
What's the story? He was getting screwed over?
I think he was being it was almost on the verge of elder abuse.
By who?
By his handlers. Making him sign for crazy amount of time when he was just done. They showed rooms of full of stuff that he had to sign. It just looked like torture, And he there was one clip where he said I thought I was done for the day, and the guy's like, no, you're not. There's stories of people seeing people move his handlers moving his hand to sign.
Well, then the story should get out there.
Yeah, it should get out there because you don't want this kind of thing swept under the rug because it could happen to other people. Right. It could happen to other legends. You know, if it could happen to Stan Lee, you'd think Stan Lee has enough money for people to watch out for him.
Well, he has enough money for people to not
take
be watching
advantage,
out for him.
right? The wrong people, right? Yeah, sometimes the people watching out for you are the ones taking advantage of you, right?
Most of the time.
Yeah, true.
They always had something to benefit from.
Yeah, so I don't know. I hope it comes out, but I don't know if I'll be able to watch it. It seems like a really tough watch. Very depressing.
Yeah, you watch lots of depressing things.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's like people that you
abuse
cared about. Yeah, I don't care for it. I don't think I can do it. I had a really hard time watching that Superman documentary.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Superman, right? Superman. It was really brutal. Really brutal to watch that. So this is kind of in the same ilk.
He never really got, I feel I guess he got the credit he deserved. I don't know if he ever got the the money that he deserved.
You don't know. You don't know what those contracts
Yeah.
were like.
Right.
And then there's also stories of him kind of screwing other people over.
Oh, so then that makes it easy to watch. If they lead with that and then show you the bad stuff,
Right.
then it's an easy watch.
At the height of inappropriateness, someone makes a popcorn bucket, a Stanley elder abuse popcorn bucket. I've gone too far. That's
You have no idea the things going in my head right now. I can't say half of them.
I think we should end this segment right now. This segment should end right now.
Have you seen the State Farm commercial, the Batman?
You know, I didn't know that this was like a big gigantic production. Why wasn't it was it a Super Bowl commercial?
No, it
wasn't.
should have been.
Should have been, right?
Just was out. They threw it out there.
It's so funny. And then, of course, the gem is always the comments. Now, this looks better than anything we're getting.
The best Joker we've ever seen on screen, they said.
People are sick. People are sick.
Better than Heath Ledger.
Yeah, people are really sick. Yeah.
Okay.
There is a something, there's lead in the water. Or I don't know what's going on. The grass is always greener thing is now more contagious than whatever the hell that fungus is in the Last of Us.
Oh, let's get a State Farm Batman movie. Let's have it. Let's see what happens. Let's let State Farm do the next.
I mean,
Batman.
that actor looked good in the Joker costume,
fine.
and makeup and everything looked good.
State Farm has a ton of money. I
Right,
mean,
but we're really going to say that looked better than Ledger?
that's what they're saying.
I just can't. I mean, it was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
But isn't that where it ends? Isn't that where it ends? It's a commercial.
The James Gunn should take notes. I like those comments. The James Gunn's taking notes from your dumbass. Guy runs a movie studio.
James Gunn should take notes from the State Farm commercial. It was good for like an MTV Video Awards intro. You know, it was that kind of good.
Yeah.
But I think Bateman is my new spirit animal. I connect with his every thought and aggravation.
He's a snarky asshole.
I love him. He's so hilarious. I just love how he can take you down a peg without like really saying much.
Yeah.
You know, he
And
just
it's never
touch
like
you.
too, like it's kind of like warm-hearted kind of in a weird way.
A warm-hearted
Yeah,
tongue lashing.
you're not mad at him?
Right, you're not mad at it, right? Because it's so funny.
I mean, that commercial must have been, the budget.
Yeah, it looked
For that,
expensive. It looked
that'd be a couple
expensive.
mil.
It did look expensive.
But again, it's State Farm. It's a drop in the bucket.
Right, yeah. They
The
made back
insurance
that
company.
commercial.
The insurance they probably had to buy for the on-set stuff. They probably got through themselves. Probably paid for the commercial.
You're probably not wrong. Yeah. And then did you also catch
Yeah, Jordan.
Jordan the Stallion in there as Commissioner Gordon?
That guy. I mean, that story is incredible.
Yeah,
I just
right?
started doing stupid TikToks.
He'll probably get a documentary soon. That guy,
He was
yeah.
hanging out with Kevin Hart and
How rich is he now?
a lot more money than he was.
Yeah.
I think he was
Probably.
living out of his car or something at one point.
Right after his meeting with Batman, he starts giving out the ingredients to Harley Quinn's casserole.
Do you know that in Supernatural, DJ Qualls, his real-life boyfriend,
Oh, good. More Us Weekly news.
Oh,
Why do
you
you
know
always have all the news on the relationships?
is the vampire that Dean met in Purgatory. They're dating. You heard it here.
Deep Cuts with Dave.
Yeah.
That's going to be your new segment. Deep Cuts.
No one knew that. I
Deep
broke
Cuts
that.
with Dave. That's it. We found it. That is just, I've already forgotten it.